Hello guys, Wendy here. You've reached my channel, Book It with Wendy. Happy to have you. Welcome back if you're already a subscriber, and welcome if you are new here. Very happy to have you. Before I say anything about this video, if you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe below. I appreciate it each and every time. So don't forget to do that. Okay. So today is Monday, the beginning of a new week, and yeah, it is October, my very favorite time of the year. As you guys know, the weather is nice and chilly and crisp, and so that's always a good thing in my book. You guys know how I feel about the fall. I've been pushing fall since July, probably. So I'm very happy that it's fall. Today, I have a bit of a huge book haul, but I'm going to break it in half because I don't want this video to be an hour. So I went to my local library. You guys know I always get books there, and I hadn't been there in a while. And as you guys know, I told you they have a book sale every day. In fact, yesterday they had their fall festival, and I didn't know it when I went with my son. There were kids everywhere. I love kids, but you know, there was a lot of them. We kind of didn't spend as much time, but I did manage to grab a decent amount of books. I got 7 books, guys. 7 books for $2.50. You know, that is like amazing. And some good ones too. So yeah. Starting, I think today, they're open every Sunday. When the fall comes, they start opening on Sundays, which is great because usually on Saturdays, I'm busy running around, running errands, and then I don't get a chance to go. And I really don't have a chance to go during the week, really. So that's great. I'm happy about that. So with no further ado, I'm going to show you what I got at the library. And here we go. So I'm going to put on my glasses so I can see a little bit better. Okay, so the first book in keeping with the spooky theme for Halloween is P.J. Brackston, The Sorcerer's Appendix, a Brothers Grimm mystery. Advanced reading copy not for sale, it says. Publication date 11/7/2017. I thought was interesting. This has got 239 pages in it. And the blurb says, Gretel has never had any time for sorcerers, considering them nothing more than show-offs. With questionable fashion sense, it is with some reluctance and a good deal of grumpiness, then, that she agrees to look into the matter of a murdered magician. All that is left of him is a grisly remnant, which the police quack confirms is the murdered man's appendix. What has become of the rest of him is baffling. The local constabulary, the Sorcerer's Society, and not least, the hapless trickster's widow. So this seems like a good tale, a good easy read. So I got that. The next book I got is Elizabeth Berg. This is an Oprah book club, which I've read some of Oprah's book clubs through the years, and the books are usually pretty good, so that's why I grabbed it. Elizabeth Berg, it's called Open House. And the blur, first of all, it's got 241 pages. In this superb novel by the beloved author, did I say novel? Novel? Okay, then the first day with the new mouth, apparently. In this superb novel by the beloved author of Talk Before Sleep, The Pull of the Moon, and Until the Real Thing Comes Along, a woman recreates her life after divorce by opening up her house and her heart. Samantha's husband has left her, and after a spree of overcharging at Tiffany's, she settles down to reconstruct a life for herself and her 11-year-old son. Her eccentric mother tries to help by fixing her up with dates, but a more pressing problem is money. To meet her mortgage payments, Sam decides to take in boarders. The first is an older woman who offers sage advice and sorely needs comfort. The second, a maladjusted student, is not quite so helpful, and a new friend, King, an untraditional man, suggests that Samantha get out, get going, and get work. But her real work is this. In order to emerge from grief in the past, she has to learn how to make her own happiness. not a book that I would normally get. It almost sounds like a romance book, which you guys know I don't like. It's not my favorite, but it seemed like a pretty good story, and it was an easy read. And like I said, I've read some of Oprah's books, so book recommendations from her club. So I got this one. This one is the find. This one I picked up, and I think I told you guys, or if I haven't, I'll tell you now. When I go to the library, my thing is to browse the shelves, and there's not a lot. There's like a section for like romance, and then there's like a nonfiction section, cooking section, and then everything in between. And I usually peruse the shelves first, pick out a few, but I always go back, because when I go back, I usually find more. And that's what happened again. And this one I wanted to pick up for the November readers group on Discord. My Discord channel that I belong to. And I found it. I have the collector's book I showed you guys that I picked up for my birthday. But this one is the same book, but this is, a used copy. Although I smell the books, because this one really doesn't smell that old. But anyway, it is Bram Stoker, The Essential Dracula. It doesn't have a dust cover, but what's interesting about this book is that there's illustrations in it, which is really cool throughout the book. I could show you some of them. Of course, I can't find them now. I mean, they're on almost every page, but I found a good one before. I should have marked the page, but look, it has like illustrations throughout the book, and they're very interesting. And also, and I don't know what this is called, but like through part of the book, well, the beginning of the book, here's another illustration. This is great. They have the beginning of it, the introduction, got a great picture here. And then it says, written and edited by Leonard Wolfe, including the complete novel by Bram Stoker. Notes, bibliography, and filmography revised in collaboration with Roxana Stewart. So I guess that's what it is, because it tells you in the beginning how he came upon writing this book, which is super interesting. And then on each page, it has, like here it says, a city and department in central Transylvania, modern clue at the turn of the century. It tells you, like, I guess it's like a bibliography on each page. I thought it was really interesting. This one is a big one. This is a chunk of a book, 260 pages, but awesome. So I was so happy I found that. I always find something at the library. I told you guys that. The Man in the Crooked Hat, Harry Dolan, is the next book. And this is interesting because it says uncorrected proof for limited distribution. I don't know if you could see that right there. So that's kind of cool. I guess they didn't proofread it, if that's what that means. This one has 313 pages in it. And as you can see, I marked it already. I always section it off, 50 pages at a time, so it keeps me motivated. Private investor Jack Pullum has spent 2 years searching for the man he believes murdered his wife, a man he saw wearing a peacoat and a fedora. Months of posting flyers and combing through crime records yields no leads. Then a local writer commits suicide, and he leaves a bewildering message that may be the first breadcrumb in a winding trail of unsolved murders. So this looks good. This is definitely a spooky read. Okay, this one, I don't know if I told you guys, but I started collecting books for my future grandchildren. Now, in no way are my kids ready to have kids. Nobody's having a kid yet. No way am I even near being a grandmother. I'm just collecting these as I see them, because my grandchild, I will tell you this, will be read to every time they are in my house. They will have a library in my house, and those are the only things that I insist upon. That's it. So I got Oliver Twist. And of course, we all know that this is by one of my favorites, Charles Dickens. This is, 125 pages. Hard work is difficult for a young child, as poor orphan Oliver Twist knows only too well. Oliver wants more from life, but things turn from bad to worse when he turns off to London to find his fortune. Caught up in the company of a band of thieves, Oliver must struggle to find his own true place in the world. Love it. Love the cover. So that's one. The next one is The Confessions of Fannie Langton, and this looks spooky, by a novel by Sara Collins. And this is 341 pages. All of London is abuzz with the scandalous case of Fannie Langton, who is accused of the brutal double murder of her employers, renowned scientist George Benham and his eccentric French wife Marguerite. Crowds packed the courtroom, eagerly following every twist, while the newspaper print lurid theories about the killings and the mysterious woman being held in the Old Bailey. The testimonies against Fannie are damning. She is a seductress, a witch, a master manipulator, and a whore. Fannie claims she cannot recall what happened that fateful evening or how she came to be covered in the victim's blood, even if remembering could save her life. Looks spooky, so that's another spooky tale. And I'm going to just do one more here. And that is R.J. Ellory, The Devil and the River, a thriller. The perfect author to read late into the night. This looks spooky, right? And this one is 413 pages, intense, gripping, and hauntingly atmospheric. The Devil and the River is a stunning thriller of a sleepy southern town with more than one secret to hide. So this looks really good, and this is another spooky one. As you can tell, there's a kind of a theme here. And the rest I'm going to show you at the end of the week, because there's a lot here, and I don't want to have an hour-long video for you guys. I don't want to bore you guys, if it's too long. So, the book I'm reading now is Midnight in the Garden of Good Needle, John Berendt. Liking it so far. I did not know that this is a true story. When I looked up the author, I read that, and I was even more happy to read it, because you guys know I do like some fiction, as nonfiction as well. So that really made me want to read it even more. I did not know that this was a true story. So liking this so far. This one's kind of a big book. This is not really. It's 350 pages, but I'm reading a little bit, each day, and I'll show you guys the rest later on in the week. But that is a wrap for me. That's my story for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please hit the like and subscribe below if you guys did like the video. And please comment below and let me know if you guys read any of these books, what your thoughts are. A lot of them, most of them I never heard of, except of course for Bram Stoker's Dracula. And that one is my favorite find out of all of these. So always check up your local library. Check to see if they have book sales, because usually they do, and they're a steal for the amount of books that you get. I have to kind of hold off from buying any more books because, as you know, my shelves are full. There's 3 shelves behind me, and I haven't gotten the bookshelf together yet because it's just been very busy. My mom's been in rehab from her procedure, getting stronger with some PT, so visiting her, helping her, feed her cat, going back and forth. We're all taking turns, but it's been a little hectic, so it hasn't been first on my agenda, but it will get put together. You guys will see it. I'll show you everything, I promise. That's it. So join me later on in the week, please do, and have a great week. And as always, I'll see you later.